Good morning, I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-7861-330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. Now for the news in details. The People's National Party, PNP, says a claim from the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, that it has built some 20,000 new houses during its tenure is false, based on data collected by the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark made the statement during Thursday night's political debate with the PNP's Mark Golden as he bashed housing plans put forward by the party. In a statement on Friday, the PNP said the data from the PIOJ survey of living conditions shows that in 2019, some 8,120 housing starts were initiated by the National Housing Trust and another 1,953 units completed, representing 24%. The party further said the PIOJ data also shows that between 2016 and 2018, the NHT started 9,966 houses, of which 52% or units were completed. It argues that the JLP's claim of constructing 20,000 houses lacks credibility and should be rejected. The Jamaica Council of Churches, JCC, is calling for all physical in-person campaign activities to stop in a bid to limit the spread of COVID-19. JCC President Reverend Newton Dixon says the group is concerned about further spikes in infections. Dixon notes that the current increase in cases has been associated with the Emancipendence period and that there is concern that nomination day activities could play a role in driving up infections. He says while the council appreciates the government's efforts imposing containment measures to limit the most recent spread of the virus, it believes steps should be taken to address the likely upsurge with the same urgency it applied to the first wave of the pandemic. Meanwhile, Dixon says the authorities need to outline the COVID-19 procedures for voting so that no one is defranchised. Meanwhile, Jamaica Council of Churches has said the country needs to be told how persons in quarantine and isolation will be able to vote on Election Day. Election Day workers and members of the security forces will vote on Monday, while the general population will cast their ballots on September 3rd. In a media release and subsequent interview with reporters, Reverend Newton Dixon, the president of the Jamaica Council of Churches, said a clear position needs to be articulated regarding persons in quarantine and isolation. A person in isolation is usually someone who has tested positive for COVID-19. Last week, Wednesday, a meeting was held involving the Ministry of Health and Director of Elections Glasspool Brown to finalize COVID-19 protocols, including allowing persons in quarantine to vote in the elections. A final decision was not reached, and no further update has come from the government. The news has surfaced that hours after it was revealed that a COVID-19 ward at the University Hospital of the West Indies is now full, more has emerged that the institution is without adequate staff to handle coronavirus cases, resulting in patient care being delayed and doctors overworked. A group which identified itself as the International Medicine Resident Body has written to President of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Mindy Fitzhenley, claiming what it says are untenable working conditions at the University Hospital. The group said the COVID-19 team is currently staffed by members of the Internal Medicine Department, comprising a consultant and sometimes 2 or 3 residents, medical officers, senior house officers who cover a shift from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. According to the letter, during a shift, the residents are expected to care for, investigate, and institute management for suspected and confirmed COVID cases. It said some of the patients are severely ill and are mechanically ventilated with limited involvement from the intensive care unit staff. The group claims that the small team is also expected to field and see new referrals for suspected COVID patients from the accident and emergency departments as well as other hospitals. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-7861-330. And Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 8:30 a.m. on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Tracy Spence. To have a good morning.